Sigoli, greetings in Oneida. Our last class of the semester for American Indian philosophy. What a pleasure, what an honor it has been to learn alongside you. And as we come full circle, allow me to reintroduce myself in my Oneida language. I would say, Sigoli, Nadioliwas, Skanagoga, Skanago, Wugnukta ni Wagita Oniada Aga ni E, Wagway ni E, Lagwadio ni Yogaks. I just said, greetings, what is the news? Are you with peace? I am with peace. I am Turtle Clan. I am people of the Standing Stone. I am Oneida, and my Oneida name means he is a good man. It is a pleasure. It is an honor. Yes, you are worthy of love, and it's been such an honor to learn alongside you this whole semester. As we take a look at our syllabus here, we are on week 17 here, so make sure you get that 2-minute presentation of up to 3 concepts learned in the class. Make sure that you're also doing your final reflection paper, a double-spaced paper on your reflection of the course. So those things to turn in, you have the final reflection paper, final exam, and then just this last week 17 as well too. If you have not turned in the infographic, be sure to do that as well too. Pulling up our beach boards, you can take a look at these little places to turn things in. Week 17, that's where we're at right now. Turn in that final exam, the 2-minute video of up to 3 concepts either in the class or related to the class. An infographic collage or social media post if you have not turned that in yet, in your final reflection paper about your reflection on this course right here, what that has been like. And the parameters we have for that one as well too is a 1 to 2-page reflection paper with that. So if you have any questions about that, let me know. It's been amazing to learn from each and every one of you. As we go throughout the class, I'm like, oh, there's so much more we could also talk about as well too. So I do not pretend for this to be a completely encompassing conversation about all different Indigenous, all different Native people's thoughts and how we believe and how we perceive the world. But I do hope that you have learned perhaps more than you knew going into the class, and perhaps through your different assignments, you've helped educate the class as well too, to things that we should be aware of. And a book I'd recommend here is The Great Law of Peace, which breaks down for the Haudenosaunee when the peacemaker in Hiawatha put forth the Great Law of Peace in 1142. One of those laws of life is that you must enjoy your life, amongst many other things as well too. Many of us Haudenosaunee peoples have Thanksgiving addresses. This is an example from one from the Mohawk Nation, which is there from their museum. I got this one, but our Oneida address is very similar. We give thanks to many different things and talk about putting our minds together. So be it in our minds. And with this last note, I like to do this with a lot of my classes. I like to pull the heartstrings and talk about something that's really important to me. I love graphic novels. I've talked about that. This one's called Moonshot Volume 1. Moonshot Volume 1 through 3 are all incredible. Anthology, so they're a collection of different stories. You can see this one right here is from Moonshot Volume 1. It's this chapter 12 called Vision Quest Echo. It's an excerpt from a Daredevil comic, and it's talking about Maya Lopez. For anybody who watched the Hawkeye series, I think it's episode 4 or 5, and it's called Echo. And it puts into a video, it puts into a live action a little bit of what we're talking about. But I do feel like in many instances, the book is better than the movie. The book is better than the TV show in terms of the insight, just being able to pull the heartstrings. And just I give this to you all as a gift, as a note of thanks, and to lift up this artist and illustrator, David Mack, a Cherokee artist who had learned many stories when he was younger from relatives, now passing them on. So Maya Lopez is the main character, and Maya happens to be deaf. So let's see here. Later on, when I realized there is this thing called sound, I will ask my father all kinds of questions like, what does laughter sound like? What sound does grass make? When I hear that rain makes a sound, I will ask, what sound do the clouds make? Does the sunshine make a noise? What does the rainbow sound like? When I ask him these things, it makes him laugh and cry at the same time. And then I ask what that sounds like. And Maya goes on to say, I remember that the tribes and characters in the legends make me think of superheroes. The chiefs still tell stories of power and responsibility. When I was learning to read and speak, I learned a lot from comic books, mythic scale quests that tell truth through metaphor. The word balloons in the comics made me think of smoke signals. On the way home, I'm retelling the chief's stories to my father. Now I begin to understand the idea behind the storytelling. I tell my father that I will be a storyteller too. He laughs and says that I already am. But I say that I must learn my own language to tell my stories. More than signs, more than sounds, more than words. Pass on my stories through my own medium like the comic book artist so that you can understand, even if you don't hear like me. Even if you don't know what sound clouds make, you could feel my stories. And it's with that, people, I greet y'all With a good heart, a good mind, and a strong fire, as we say in Oneida. A good heart is this idea of having love for yourself, love for your family, love for your community, love for your world. A strong mind is having a generous sense of peace and a generous sense of humor, and recognizing that your strong flame, that your spiritual flame has the ability to ignite other people's spiritual flames as well. And right now we need you people. As Chief Warren Lyon says, it's a good time to see, as we're in the fight, we'll see what you got, see what you're made out of, and you can do it. I believe in you. And keep spreading love, keep spreading light, whatever you believe in, whoever you are. I love you. I'm grateful for you. In these last videos here from John Trudell, about I Have No Country, Mining Our Minds in the Great Life Civilization, Revolution, and this idea from Ann Waters, the final editor of the last book we're reading, Where We Belong, Life, Land, and Spirit. So as with that, people, I say, if nobody loves you, Dr. Reed loves you. Yawonko, kunolúkhwa, unugiwa means thank you, I love you, until next time. And an invitation, not an obligation, but if you want to, I want you all, an exercise here, to take the deepest breath of love you've had all day as we breathe in some love, breathe in like we love ourselves. Exhale some love. You are love, you are worthy of love. If you get a chance, fill out the spot evaluations. I know those made a big deal for the school, so whether you love me or hate me, please pass on those different recommendations to the university of what you liked, what you didn't like from this class. I know that really helps a lot in terms of how we craft this class, how I craft this class in the future. So with that being said, people, take care of yourself physically, mentally, emotionally, and spiritually. My last goodbye. All right, take care, everyone. All